When Bruce Lee first began exploring Western boxing in the early 1960s, he wasn't starting from zero. He already had years of Wing Chun training from Ip Man in Hong Kong. That training had sharpened his reflexes, taught him close-range combat, and given him a deep understanding of timing. But Bruce quickly realized something crucial: boxing had a level of fluid footwork, head movement, and long-range striking efficiency that traditional martial arts often lacked. He studied boxing matches obsessively, watching legends like Muhammad Ali, Jack Dempsey, and Sugar Ray Robinson. He wasn't just watching for entertainment, he was analyzing their stance, their rhythm, and the way they set up punches. And in Bruce's mind, boxing wasn't just a sport. It was a science that could be applied to real fighting. What's fascinating is that many martial artists took years to understand boxing footwork alone, yet Bruce seemed to absorb it almost instantly. Why? Because he didn't just copy what boxers did, he understood why they did it. That difference in mindset meant he could adapt techniques into his own style far faster than most fighters who simply drilled movements without grasping the deeper mechanics. Breaking the learning speed barrier. Traditional boxing gyms take a fighter through a long, structured progression, months of stance training, shadowboxing, bag work, and sparring before they're considered ring-ready. Bruce Lee broke that system wide open. Instead of following a fixed path, he focused entirely on what worked for him. He cut out movements that didn't serve his fighting philosophy and drilled only what gave maximum results. For example, Bruce didn't waste time on over-exaggerated defensive postures or unnecessary bouncing. He adapted the boxing guard into something slightly lower and more flexible, allowing faster punches from multiple angles. Another key reason Bruce learned faster was his obsession with repetition under real pressure. He wouldn't just practice jabs in front of a mirror, he would immediately test them in sparring sessions against people who could actually punch back. That feedback loop was incredibly short. Every mistake he made in sparring became a lesson he corrected the very next day. This rapid cycle of testing and refining meant his boxing skill developed in months rather than years. The science of studying champions. When Bruce Lee watched a boxing match, he didn't just see a left hook or a right cross, he saw the chain reaction of body mechanics, foot placement, and psychological manipulation that led to that punch landing. He would slow down fight films, replaying moments frame by frame to break down how elite fighters created openings. In studying Muhammad Ali, for example, Bruce focused on the way Ali's lead hand distracted opponents, how his feet allowed him to control range, and how his head movement made him an incredibly hard target to hit. Then Bruce would take these elements and drill them relentlessly.